Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am having a celebratory soda. I am specifically having a grenadine Coke. They do not make grenadine Coke, so I must make my own grenadine Coke. And I do not have a shot glass with me, so I am going to eyeball the vodka. You will spoil the flavor if you add too much vodka, by the way, but it helps the grenadine mix. And why am I having a celebratory soda? Well, because I passed a monetization threshold on this channel. This does not mean that this channel is monetized, although YouTube is officially calling me a YouTube partner. It means that I can now fly. Still fighting with them, yes. I can now fly. Go away. That I can now receive money on YouTube. I am still a long way from channel ads. I believe what's happening now is that I can start channel memberships. These flies in here, man. It's okay. I can now start having channel memberships and make money that way. I can now, you're just going to sit there and taunt me, aren't you? I can now get like super chats. People can give me $5 or whatever it is. Man, these flies are bold. It's growing on me. I can buy more fly paper. But yeah, I can now get super chats and I can now have channel memberships, so I can get money. People can decide to actively give me money. YouTube still gets their cut. And, there is a possibility of getting somewhere. I am still about 1,000 hours away from having channel ads, which is the most effective form of revenue because people can't really stop. It's harder for them to stop me from making money. Which, I have, essentially at the moment I have 3 jobs. I really have 2 jobs, but essentially I have 3 jobs. One job I'm working 40 hours a week. The other job I'm just scrubbing hours wherever I can find them. And it's just, things are expensive. It's not enough. So, what does one do? Well, I live stream for an hour a day. That's not one of my jobs. And live streaming for an hour a day, you're hoping to, build your channel and make money. And just, I'm working on that and working on that and working on that. And I really don't know what else to do. It's a hard, long process, and in this bad economy, what does one really do? How do you really fix this? It's never going to be easy. So I just keep plodding along and hoping, and, what do you do? So on the one hand, I'm celebrating. I passed a milestone. It's a great milestone. It's a step in the right direction. It says I'm getting things done. On the other hand, well, also says you didn't make it quite as far as you'd like to. It's a problem with YouTube. I'm never going to expect to make a living off of YouTube. Let's be clear on that. But I could never make a decent living as a security officer. You know, when I started as a guard, I would have been happy as can be to make what I'm making now. But everything's more expensive. The more I make, the more things cost. I can never catch up. Plus, when you work all the time, when all you ever do is work, you don't get to do a lot of living. But if you don't do all the working, you don't have the money to do all the living. You know, I could tell you that in the last 48 hours, maybe 5 women have made a pass at me. Okay? I'm not lonely. I don't get lonely. But I'm not single because I'm fat or because I'm unattractive. There are women out there who are like, hey, you know, you'll do. But getting anything done with them is really hard when you have a house that needs $100,000 worth of repairs. So, celebrate good times. Hope they'll come. I'm Richard.
Background courtesy of Photographs of a Mad Richard. Link in the description.
Danger Ducky says it is now time for you to comment, like, and subscribe and support this channel so we can do things like save the world by removing trash from the ocean, planting trees, and feeding orphans. Danger Ducky approves.